Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today we're going to be talking about an extremely undervalued altcoin. I'm probably going to be holding this altcoin forever, as I honestly think a lot of people are forgetting that it even exists or just don't know why it's so extremely good. Having said that, I expect this altcoin to do extremely well over the next couple of months to years, and I can honestly suggest everybody to take a further look even after watching this entire video. So, the altcoin that we're going to talk about is Quant. You guys have most likely already seen a couple of pieces about this crypto over on my channel, but it's one of those coins that's in my ISO 20022, or actually the ISO 20022 list, and for that reason alone, I'd say just stack up on it. Just to give reference, the coins in that list are XRP, Algorand, Quant, XDC, IOTA, HBAR, and XLM. But let's quickly take a little bit of a look at what Quant is. The story of Quant can most likely not be explained in my little 5-minute video here. It's a pretty big crypto with pretty big depth. I don't know how to explain it properly. Big depth, long depth, just with a lot of depth. Let's put it like that. To give an introduction, with Quant Overledger, thinking about it now, I might have to start one layer above. So how does Quant work? Using a technology known as the Overledger DLT gateway, Quant is able to seamlessly connect different decentralized networks, regardless of which specific distributed ledger technology they actually use, blockchain, DAG, or another protocol. Quant's main product is its Overledger Enterprise platform, which it has built as the first DLT gateway for business, and it's used as a simple API gateway, plug and play, to various distributed ledgers, allowing companies to easily connect their pre-existing infrastructure to the blockchain. The platform provides an easy-to-use REST API that provides a standardized way to interface with a wide variety of blockchains. So how does that become good? Well, take a look. The technology allows businesses to create what Quant describes as multi-DLT smart contracts, or MAPs. And these are essentially smart contracts that exist across multiple distributed ledgers, thereby allowing decentralized applications, aka DApps, to leverage the data and applications, or capabilities, of multiple platforms to provide functionality that was not possible before. So Quant, in a simple phrase, is the extreme interoperability provider. Now, they also, and this continues on to explain that, support so-called multi-ledger tokens, MLTs, which are digital assets backed by real funds held in escrow with a actual financial institution. And these things can be used to represent stable coins, vouchers, loyalty points, I pressed a button, central bank digital currencies, and more. And they can be issued and used across multiple distributed ledgers thanks to Quant's Overledger technology. So this picture over on the right and the little text, like I already kind of described it to you guys earlier, is actually a very good summary of how it works in the real world. So with Quant Overledger, unlocking the benefits of blockchain is incredibly easy. It's an operating system that lets you connect or interoperate any legacy network and every current and future blockchain with no extra overhead. This allows for unprecedented levels of flexibility and interoperability. Current blockchain networks operate in siloed fashion, defeating the purpose of congruent networks, and Overledger allows these protocols to seamlessly communicate with each other, external networks, consortiums, and legacy systems. And that we're going to dive a little bit deeper into. It is called the network of networks for a reason. If you type in QNT interoperability, just for fun for a second, you'll find a ton of different maps with just a lot of explanation about how Quant is all connected. One of the ones is Varg over on Twitter, sharing, "It's not about QNT versus some other coin or project, it's about pure any-to-any interoperability, unleashing the global network of networks and capturing its value," which is a key of the value of QNT. Something that hasn't been seen before. Quant Network has the best tokenomics, and we are to witness it soon. Before we get into that specific part of what the token does though, and how it can be operated in all these different ways, shape, and forms, it's pretty crazy honestly if you start to think about how versatile it is. It's really a pretty juicy crypto that a lot of people are overlooking. Let's take a look at this article over here over on Medium. There's a really detailed explanation of what Quant is all about. I think if you just read through this for a couple of minutes, you'll understand I think most of what you need to know, to be honest with you. It's called Value Beyond Speculation, why Quant has the potential to be an incredible long-term investment, and it goes over all the most important pieces as to why it's such a good crypto. One of the things you'll see in the other charts as well is there's it's not officially a burn mechanism, but it's basically a reason to buy QNT, the token. For example, developers will need to obtain an annual or some other sort of license to develop applications on Overledger through the purchase of QNT tokens. How much they'll have to pay, or let's just say pay, depends on quite a lot of factors. For example, you can dive a little bit deeper into exactly how much it can cost right there. It's kind of a system of, it depends on how many connections you want to make, right? It depends on how difficult you want to make the spider web. One simple connection, okay, pretty simple. 10,000 different connections, okay, it's going to run you a little bit more, which again is positive for QNT holders, the more connections that are being made. But it's also positive for the company doing it because they're making their own systems a lot more interoperable. Again, the Overledger network ecosystem can connect to all DLTs globally that organizations need to do business and present them in a single API. So it's logical that they want to connect to a lot of them, which obviously at the end of the day, with more applications potentially or more transactions because of the interoperability, it's going to allow them to, or make them purchase more QNT. There's multiple different reasons why they have to pay QNT to use the platform. You can see a little bit more about some platform fees, for example. And there's also the part of the fact that you have to use, hold, same thing as use, I guess. You have to kind of utilize it by holding it in this sense. QNT to be able to run specific MD apps and just acts as the ecosystem, which is logical and very good because otherwise the token might fall behind a little bit. And that was obviously what was described in this little overview here, the token utility overview, explaining why the token from Quant is so good in comparison to a lot of other crypto projects where the token is like a secondary type of thing. They really thought it out properly. You need the token to interact with every part of the platform. The big businesses will need to have it, and the more big businesses that come on, the more they want to interoperate with each other, the more they'll need, which from their perspective is only bullish because they're going to increase, as I said before, their interoperability like crazy for a relatively small fee for them anyway, but be pretty bullish for every single QNT holder out there, which in turn would also increase their own holdings, by the way, for all those companies. There's a very bullish little saying here by Monty. Cooperation above competition, or better than competition. Something you got to remember as well. A lot of these crypto projects, they want to compete with one another, but at the end of the day, just being able to run everything through yourself or just work with anything is honestly a lot better, obviously. So at the end of the day here, there's a lot of parts I'm going to miss, and there's a lot of stuff I'm not going to be able to tell in this video. Like, for example, how the MD App Store exactly works. As I said before, the reason I'm saying kinda or sorta a lot is because there's so many different parts and hooks to every single thing that I'm saying or have to say. For example, if we're talking about a fee, well, that fee can be split up into a lot of different parts. And even here, for example, for using MD apps, how exactly would that work? Well, it depends on a lot of factors. But yeah, one of those pieces I always like is this part. Pick and mix. Combine any blockchain and API-based system to create new products. Take a look. DeFi on Ethereum enabled dApps to easily interoperate with each other and be combined to build exciting new products. This combing of multiple projects together is exactly what Overledger has set out to achieve from the start with multi-chain decentralized apps. Rather than being restricted to combining projects within a single ecosystem like Ethereum, for example, Overledger enables developers to utilize multiple different blockchains to tailor-make their applications to take full advantage of the benefits of each of the blockchains without having to compromise on a single one, as well as to integrate with any API-based system. Pretty much everything has an API nowadays anyway. Treaty contracts enable smart contracts across multiple blockchains to take this to another level. And again, the idea of combining apps goes far beyond just DeFi. This is what the future of all applications will be. Interacting with supply chain, decentralized identities, financial platforms, healthcare, IoT, which is Internet of Things, as well as interacting with non-blockchain networks, all in a scalable, interoperable way, following globally recognized standards and without imposing restrictions on the underlying blockchains or adding additional overhead, latency, /bottleneck. The Overledger network will enable developers to select their favorite blockchains and API services and combine them to build exciting new products with scalable interoperability. Again, just so this video is not so long, I'm going to skip over a lot of parts. I know if the video is above like 15 minutes, a lot of people will not even click it. And to be honest with you, since I'm so extremely excited about this project, I'd rather have more people get a good introduction into it so then we can learn more together than me going over all the most in-depth pieces and not that many people watching it. Even though, to be honest with you, I like to read the entire article and take 1.5 hours just so all the people that enjoy it, are really up to date because it's so beautiful the way I'm reading it. It's really well written. Big shout out to Sek for writing this one a couple years ago already. But yeah, you can also just see the sheer size of this article, given the basics of QNT, because most likely, if you want to dive deeper, you can go a significant amount deeper with all the partnerships, all the I guess potential partnerships that are already lined up, all the guys who are into it in terms of team or the companies that are already working with it or willing to work with it or easily interoperable through this. The amount of ways in which the token will be utilized is just huge as well, because you got to think about it, right? A lot of these crypto projects, like I said earlier, they have a very good idea, but the token is going to be used so little. There's not that much need for people to buy the token or hold it. With QNT, they've thought of this really properly. Just read this for a second and you'll be like, wow, what in the world? They're collaborating with MIT, the US government, Intel, Juniper Networks, payment companies, and telecom companies to create open digital assets protocol. I'm not sure where in this article they say it, but they've also been chosen by Oracle. Here you can see, to attend the leading financial event of the year, Swift CBOs, where Oracle were co-marketing with Quant to take their solution to their 480,000 clients, including meetings with banks and central banks. Yeah, guys, this, honestly, Quant is one of my top 5 cryptos of the current moment. Not specifically of this week, because honestly, there's not any crazy thing happening in the next 1 to 3 days, which obviously for a couple other coins like Ethereum right now with the merge coming up, there is. But overall, I'd say it's one of my top 5 altcoins with certainty that it's going to succeed. Again, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not saying put all your money into this, but a little fun fact that some of you guys that watch more of my videos or check me out on Twitter might know. I met a woman, I'm going to say about a week ago, maybe 10 days, maybe 6 days. And she actually told me a story about her crypto. I didn't tell her who I was. I just said I invest in crypto, I guess. And fun fact, she said the only crypto she still, because she got into crypto, holds is QNT. Now, normally whenever I have a discussion like this, people talk about XRP or some crazy coin like Shiba Inu or Dogecoin. So it was really fun to me to hear a person say they not only just hold QNT, but it's the only crypto that they still own. So yeah, this video is just a little tribute to the crypto, I guess, in a sense that I recommend everybody to look it up and look into it a little bit further. If you'd like to see more videos on it or more in-depth analysis or something like that of it, please do go ahead and let me know down below. I enjoyed making this video a lot. I think educating people on these small parts is just awesome from the perspective that you learn a lot from just a small 10-15 minute video or so, right? I mean, maybe before you've never heard of QNT or you've heard about it but had no idea how exactly it works. Now you have a good idea, and hopefully, yeah, this will excite you to learn more about crypto because this space is awesome. Just the capabilities of what will change over the next decade or so is just mind-boggling to me. And for that reason, in terms of price, look at this. It's already done exceedingly well over the last couple of weeks here. It's actually gone up about 250% to almost 300%. Now I'm going to say 230% or so in this little time frame of about 2 months. Right now, it's down another significant portion here as it went from about $130 to $110. My dumbass did not show you guys the proper screen. And here you can see it went from about $40 or so back in June all the way towards $130 or so somewhere earlier in August. Right now it's down to about $110, so it's up about 230% at the top. Right now up about maybe 150% or so. It doesn't matter exactly. It's number 44 in the rankings as of this current moment. And I honestly would not be too surprised to see QNT at $1,000 within the next year. It's one of those coins, though, that needs to be looked up and understood properly before people invest in it most of the time. Because it's one of those cryptos that is not really hypey. It's not really a coin of, okay, let's keep burning and let's keep going like a Shiba Inu, for example. In the same sense that you have to understand XDC to really be a big fan of it or usually buy it. That's kind of what QNT and whatnot fall into as well. Again, guys, if I had to pick a little list of crypto I'm always bullish on, I'd most likely suggest people to watch and look up the coins in this little list right here. XLM, HBAR, IOTA, XDC, Ripple, Algorand, QNT. And last but not least, if you're looking for a platform to buy QNT on, you can check out the link down below to either Bybit or KuCoin. I think most of these places will surely have Quant, as it's number 44 in the rankings and pretty popular. I usually use Bybit to buy it. But yeah, just check out the links down below. You'll probably find a way to buy it. The whole description is full of a lot of different exchanges. So check it out, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today.